Most of us think we're just being nosy when we care about gossip. But what if the last piece of drama you heard wasn't a waste of time at all? What if it was a survival tool? Your brain isn't broken for caring so much about other people's business. It's just running software that was coded 10,000 years ago for a world that no longer exists. Think about the last time you caught yourself scrolling through someone's comment section, trying to figure out what really happened between two people you barely know. You probably felt a little guilty about it, like you were wasting time, like it made you shallow. But that instinct is ancient, and it used to be the difference between eating dinner and starving. To understand why, you have to go back to how humans actually lived for most of history. Not in cities, not in countries. In small, tight-knit groups of maybe 50 to 150 people, surviving together in the same stretch of land for their entire lives. In a group that small, there was no such thing as privacy. Everyone knew everyone's business because they had to. If you didn't know what was happening inside your group, you weren't just out of the loop. You were exposed. You might not know who to trust with your food stores or who was quietly building alliances against you. In a world with no police, no courts, and no written laws, knowing what was going on around you wasn't optional, it was survival. So here's the part that changes everything. Gossip wasn't just talk, it was the original currency. Your reputation was your literal ticket to staying alive. If you were known as reliable, generous, someone who kept their word, your reputation went up, and people wanted you in their circle. If you were caught lying, stealing, or cheating the group, your reputation collapsed. And in a small tribe, a collapsed reputation could mean losing access to food, losing protection, or in extreme cases, being cast out entirely. Exile often meant death, since surviving alone was nearly impossible. So how did your reputation actually get tracked? There was no scoreboard, no official record. It updated constantly in real time, through conversation, through gossip. Someone noticed you shared your food fairly. That got mentioned around the fire that night. Someone noticed you didn't pull your weight during a hunt. That got mentioned too. Bit by bit, conversation by conversation, the entire tribe built a living, breathing map of who could be trusted and who couldn't. Gossip wasn't petty. It was social accounting, and the people who paid close attention to it, who remembered who did what, who kept track of shifting alliances, those people had a real survival advantage over people who didn't care at all. This is why the urge to know what's going on with other people feels so deeply wired into you. It's not a character flaw. It's an ancient, finely tuned tracking system, built over hundreds of thousands of years, whose entire job was to answer one question: who can I trust? Now here's where it starts to feel wrong. If gossip was so useful, why does it feel so toxic today? Why does checking someone's social media drama leave you feeling worse, not safer? Because you are living in a completely different world than the one this system was built for. You're not tracking the reputations of 150 people you'll know for your entire life. You're tracking thousands of strangers instead, people from work, school, and the internet you'll never actually meet or rely on. Your brain doesn't know the difference, though. It still treats every piece of social information the same way it always has. A coworker's passive-aggressive email gets flagged with the same urgency your ancestors gave to news that someone in their tribe might be a thief. A stranger's public argument online gets processed with the same weight as finding out someone was quietly stockpiling food behind everyone's back. The mechanism hasn't changed, only the scale has. And that mismatch is exactly why keeping up with everyone's business today can leave you feeling anxious and drained instead of informed and safe. So the next time you feel that itch to scroll, to check the drama, to find out what they said, remind yourself of something. You're not addicted because you're shallow, and you're not wasting time because you're weak-willed. You're running social intelligence software that was built for a village of 150 people, and it's simply operating in an environment it was never designed for. It feels like a personal failing, but it's an evolutionary trap. The same instinct that once kept your ancestors alive is now pointed at a world with millions of people it was never meant to track. Understanding that doesn't mean you stop caring what people are doing. It might just mean giving yourself grace next time you catch yourself deep in someone else's business. That part of you isn't broken at all. It's just really very old.